Fourth of five contests this afternoon on opening day here on the NBHL Halifax Tier 1. As both teams who have picked up wins this afternoon go at it, the Monarchs in white, the Raiders in blue. As the Monarchs look to work out of their zone. That one is intercepted, and our first shot on goal comes off the stick of Andrew Skinner. It's patted away there by Anthony Sangster. Here come the Monarchs on the other end. That shot by Critch is high and wide. Warren, that will be Dylan Warren in net for the Raiders. And looks like he'll get some action early as Zach McKenzie was looking to make a statement there. Gets it down for McKenzie. McKenzie will leave it for Hughley. Little battle in front of the net was trying to get across for Critch. Critch took a stick to the hand, it looked like. So he's going to go off for a change. Looks like Meyer was really trying to pass it through for him. So here come the Raiders the other way. It is Arthur who will give it to Drover. Drover had a couple of goals last game. He'll make a couple of moves, and he'll score. A great in and out movement from Alex Drover. He had a goal last game, my apologies. So this would be his second of the afternoon. And the Nova Scotia Raiders will take an early 1-0 lead, just about a minute and a half into this thing, maybe a little under. McInnes will win the draw for his team. JP Harvey, our director here at the NBHL Tier 1 Halifax, will receive it in his end. He'll fight through some pressure through Julian Payne. Or sorry, my apologies, Le Tourneau. It'll be received at the other end. Monarchs trying to get control of things, as here's Henman. Henman was trying to send it through. McInnes will pass it through from the corner back down to Drover at the point. Drover leaves it for Kelly. Kelly back for Henman. Henman tried to send it through there, but it is covered by Anthony Sangster. So a couple of opportunities after that first goal from Alex Drover, after he picked up his second goal of the NBHL season and the afternoon. As that is won defensively by the Monarchs, but some heavy pressure from the Raiders will keep it in the zone, at least for the time being. Here's Henman with a shot, it goes just wide. And kept in at the point by Drover. He'll shoot from the point, oh my goodness. Rebound in front doesn't go. And Monarchs finally able to dig it out of their zone. As that is passed down to Drover. And he will try a centering pass. It was touched by McInnes, so no flooring. Rebound is just wide. So it looks like Will Kelly will come through. Here's Henman with a nice shot. It's patted away by Sangster. Kelly at the point. He's receiving some pressure. So he will opt to pass it to Stubbs. Stubbs will take a slapper. And I believe that went off a shin guard or two. So Harvey will bring it back to Stubbs. Stubbs will whiff it down. Back through. Harvey trying to keep the pressure on. He is able to. That was McInnes on that. And he will take a shot after the pressure. And that is gloved and covered by Sangster. So draw to the blocker side of Sangster. It is won defensively by the Monarchs. And Sarazin will hang on to it. He'll pass down for Clements. And here come the Monarchs the other way. Looking to get out of it was Critch, and Payne provided some excellent defense there. Critch is able to receive it at the other end, but Crowley out to dump it back out. It is kept in. No offsides called, but eventually fielded back out. It was Skinner on the left side. He passed across there to Brett Arthur. Arthur keeps it, fighting pressure from 2 defensemen. He has help at the other end by Stubbs, who will shoot it back through. Here's Arthur. Back down for Payne. Payne fakes a shot and was jammed up there as the slapper from Stubbs from the point will go wide. Monarchs trying to dig it out of their own zone, but there's an interception. They had Skinner on the other side, but a nice defensive play made there. A couple of shots through, but Critch will receive it at the opposite end. Critch trying to fight it through to the Raiders zone. Critch doing a wonderful job keeping it through. Here's a ball in front, but it is shot wide. McMullen down for Meyer. Meyer will wait in the corner. Try a centering pass to McMullen, but it doesn't go. Here's McInnes. He'll pass it back down. Raiders are on a rush if they can get their lines in order. And here's a nice open, oh wow, lots of open court, but a rebound and they score. Looked like that was McInnes on the rebound. So the Raiders will take a commanding 2-0 lead. Patrick McInnes with his first goal of the afternoon and the first goal of the season. And we will reset with the goal scorer taking center for the drive. And it was Kelly who had the initial shot. He will be credited with the assist. Here's McInnes back down again. He waits for options. And there's Drover, who tried a nice drive, but it was a nice block shot. I do believe that was Nick Dodge on that one. Nick sprawling all out for that one. Pass down for Drover. Drover will wait, make a couple of moves, try to pass in for McInnes. He doesn't quite have it. Here's Drover. Drover will center it back down. Here's McInnes. And that pass and one-timer goes just wide. That was J.P. Harvey, our director here, on that one. And the captain of the Raiders. As Nick Zitos will throw one down, but I think someone didn't clear out enough, so it will fall for an offsides. So 3:37 remaining in our first period. Raiders have taken a 2-0 lead off the sticks of, my apologies, let me check my notes here, off of the sticks of Alex Drover and Patrick McInnes. As both teams make a change, Henman will step in for the Raiders. One in the defensive zone by the Monarchs. And they will come out with it. It is retaken by Crawley. He'll pass down for Stubbs. It's kept in by the Monarchs. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell fighting some pressure from Crawley. And he will have Arthur to deal with, but he passes down to John Hubley. He receives some pressure from Payne. And a rebound and scores. The pass from Hubley all the way down to Mitchell. And the Monarchs are on the board after that one. A nice give and go tap in from Hubley to Mitchell. And that is Chris Mitchell's third goal of the afternoon, counting his 2 from their win against the Citadels. So not too shabby of a first day, or of an opening day for Chris Mitchell, as the Monarchs have won the faceoff, but then the ball was intercepted. And here comes Payne down the side. Got Hedman on the left side, who will take a shot from an angle, but it will be blocked away. Stubbs at the point, he'll take a slap. It's wide. It'll be knifed out by the Monarchs as they go the other way. It's a 3-on-2 technically by this point. Looks like Strum was looking for someone, particularly Critch. Tyler Critch was in center for that pass as Arthur will take it into the Monarch zone. Stubbs will pass down. He was waiting for some options. As that centering pass intended for JP Harvey falls into the hands of Anthony Sangster. So both teams will make changes now, or complete their changes that they were in the middle of making. Face off to the glove side of Sangster. There's Drover, who keeps it in at the point. Brings it down for McInnes. McInnes wraps around and scores. That's his second goal of the afternoon. And that was a nice wraparound. Very Michigan-like. He received the keep-in point pass from Brady Stubbs, so he will be credited with the assist on that one. And the Raiders regain the 2-goal lead. It's 3-1 with 1:40 remaining in our third period, and they look to start hot as Harvey was coming on the right wing, but it was taken away by the Metro defense. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie will pop it up, and we'll have Nick Dodge. Dodge was trying to get it back to McMiller, but McMiller slipped and fell. Here's Drover. Back down for Harvey. Harvey trying to keep it in. There's Drover with a hand on it. And Nick Dodge will fight with McInnes. McInnes tries to get it out. Couple of falling Monarchs. And here's Harvey in front. A shot. Oh, sorry, that was Graham, or my apologies. That was Andrew Skinner who had it in front. JP Harvey on the shot. Nonetheless, Harvey with it now. He has some open court. He'll pass it down. Big slapper. Goes wide left. And here come the Monarchs out of their own zone. Here's Graham Russell on the chase, but he will not get to it before Kelly does. Kelly will clear. A little back and forth, but Zitos will dump it down for flooring, so we will have a face-off at our end now. And it will likely be to the glove side of Dalen Warren. Zitos will take it against McKenzie. My apologies, that was Mitchell on that, Chris Mitchell. Nonetheless, here they come the other way. There's Payne. Payne for the Raiders will make a couple of moves through defenders. Got a shot on goal. It was patted away by Sangster, and now the Monarchs trying to figure out what they're doing with it. Russell is able to get it through to Mitchell. Mitchell is waiting for some options. And start of our second period here, and the face-off is won by, well, it was won by the Raiders, but a nice push by the Monarchs will send it into the corner. That centering pass was thwarted by the defense. They will get it back out to Bob Hanlon, who took a nice shot, but it goes just wide. Little scrum behind the net. Critch will take it. And a nice centering shot to Ryan Russell, but that goes wide once more. And here come the Raiders the other way. Back all the way down. Nice shot by Hanlon. And Payne will get it through, but just before Henman can get to it, it is covered by, oh, my deepest apologies. Publicover he's been at the other end the whole first period. I thought they would have switched goaltenders, but Publicover has been making the saves for the Monarchs. My deepest apologies. We're still a work in progress here. But nonetheless, McMillan. Here's McInnes. Try to centering pass for Arthur. Goes just wide of his stick. Skinner, he'll leave it through. Crowley's fighting some pressure, so he won't get through. But he has Arthur at the other end fighting for him. And they've tightened up immediately on the defense as soon as the Monarchs could get it through. McMullen will chase, but that will fall for a flooring. No flooring is called. McMullen will pass down through. Lets her know. He will try a little whiff pass there, but McMullen will pick it up. McMullen gives it back to Letourneau. Letourneau. A shot, it's patted away. He'll pick up his own rebound, Letourneau. And unfortunately, nothing doing. Patrick McInnes will stick it back. Here's Arthur on the right side. He'll take a shot. It falls off a post. No goal is signaled. There will be a penalty, so we are waiting on a Monarchs touch for a Raiders power play. There he goes to the bench. Going to the bench is Warren. So you try and take advantage of the one-man advantage. Here's Skinner. He'll get it back down to Kelly. Kelly, he'll wait at the point and pass down to J.P. Harvey. J.P. Harvey waiting. Gets it for McInnes in front. He'll wait, and shoots and scores. McInnes with the Hattie. Patrick McInnes records a hat trick and will make it a 4-1 hockey game in favor of the Raiders. He's had a heck of a day. And if you're the Monarchs, this has to be either a point of deflation or a point of inspiration. Which will it be? And Raiders win a strong face-off. They have a 3-on-2. There's Harvey with a shot. And that goes just wide. Hedman gets it to Zitos, but it is intercepted by Russell. Russell getting it to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to chase it down. He was chased down by Harvey, so Zitos will pick it up. And that will go back down for Hedman. Zitos will get it back at the center. He'll shoot it back down to the zone, where Clements will meet him. Here's Levi Clements. He'll take it past the center. Down to Russell. Russell tried to make a move, but was thwarted by the defenseman. So here's Nick Zitos coming the other way, waiting for his team to make the change. There's J.P. Harvey on the other end, can't make the pass. Critch was trying to follow it there. Hughley trying to get it back down to Critch. But that ball was touched, so J.P. Harvey will battle some pressure deep in the Monarch zone. Here's Henman. Took a shot that just went wide. Harvey battling some pressure. And here's Henman, who will get the better end of that. Down to Zitos. Zitos coming back up to the point. He will put it back down for Henman. Henman battling more Monarchs pressure. Still a little scrum on the right side. It'll be thrown down for Harvey. Harvey is battling with Mitchell in the corner. And he was looking for Stubbs on that pass, but Stubbs had just gone past his reach. Stubbs will receive it. He'll battle some pressure from Clements as he takes a shot from the point. There's Zitos behind the net. Tried to make a pass to Payne, but it goes just beyond the sticks, so everyone will get a change. Now the Monarchs repass the ball. Here's Sarrazin. He'll pass down to Meyer, but unfortunately that will fall for a flooring. 5:07 remaining in our second period. The Raiders have recently taken a 3-goal lead off the hat trick scoring goal from Patrick McInnes. So we will do it again to the glove side of Public Over. one defensively by the Monarchs. Russell will clear it back down. The boarding will be avoided as they got the shot, they got the pass back down. Here's Skinner, back to Arthur. Oh, he couldn't bury it, my goodness. He had it on his backhand. It looked like it was for sure a goal. They surely had public overbeat. There's a shot. It goes just wide. Arthur battling. But he has some help. But there will be a penalty, so looks like we will have a cross-checking call, or we will see the official call in just a moment. But it looks like the Raiders are about to head on the power play. It looks like it's McKenzie who's going to the box for 90 seconds. Arthur wins the draw for the Raiders. Second power play for the Raiders. Here's Arthur in front. He'll take a shot, and that goes off of public over and out of play. First power play didn't even really happen. It happened more in the sense that Dylan Warren went to the bench and then McInnes scored, so no need for the power play. There's a shot that goes wide. Arthur will pick it up at the other end. He'll give it through to Skinner, who will take a slapper. Drover will receive it at the other end. He'll give it back to Skinner. Skinner back to Drover. Drover will pass it across to Arthur, who now has the focus of the pressure. He'll work it around, but he'll lose it and leave it for Skinner. Skinner goes back down. Tried to leave it for Skinner, and he'll take another shot that just goes high and rings off the glass. Crawley tried to set up Arthur in front, and a nice stop by public over. So both teams will make changes. 34 seconds remaining in the call to the captain of the Monarchs, McKenzie, Zach McKenzie. McMullen and McInnes. It is won by McInnes. Pass back down. There's a shot from the point, patted away and out of play. 20 seconds remaining on the call to Zach McKenzie. 4-1 lead still for the Raiders, looking to extend that. Draw is won by the Raiders. Kelly will pass it down for Skinner, or Drover rather. And that is cleared out. Under 10 seconds remain in the call to Zach McKenzie. He's waiting to get out of that box. And they can't get it into their own zone. McKenzie out of the box. He will go and switch out with someone. And the Monarchs look to get it out and create some opportunity. Here we go, centering pass to, oh goodness, I don't think. Centering back to Evan LeBlanc. Monarchs get it back down in their zone. He's looking for Nick Dodge on that one, but LeBlanc will battle with Drover. 2-on-1 to LeBlanc, he'll keep it and shovel it out. But here's Harvey back on the right side, JP Harvey. And that'll be touched by Levi Clements. Levi, he's in the zone, he's looking for options. That goes off the stick and just past the stick of LeBlanc. A little loose ball in front, and it's sticked away by public over. Great play by him as McInnes was charging through. Here's Hubley trying to field it and get it into the zone, but Nick Zitos will take it. Less than 2 minutes remaining in our second period. It is a 4-1 lead for the Raiders, as there's a shot that's easily Blockered away by Publicover. And here come the Monarchs the other way. Letourneau tried to clear it down, but it will. It will be a flooring in favor of the Monarchs with 89 seconds remaining in our second period. It is won by the Raiders. They will take it behind their own net. Likely looking to kill some time as Henman will put it through. Down for Skinner. Skinner will provide some pressure as the Monarchs look to clear. It is kept in at the point. Arthur with some pressure down. Here's Mitchell. He's battling a couple of forwards. And almost gave it to Graham Russell for a break, but nothing doing. Arthur bent down for, I believe that's Henman who scores. And that will make it a 5-1 hockey game. It was Arthur, Stubbs, and Newman on that one, or Henman rather. And Henman has his first goal of the afternoon. Riley Henman has had quite a few touches this afternoon in both of the Raiders games, but that will be it. Or that will be his first goal in the National Ball Hockey League. And that is one in the defensive zone by the Raiders, but Monarchs trying to do something with it. Little scrum on the side. And it'll be whiffed all the way back down. Nice stretch pass that'll be received by Skinner. Unfortunately, he has two defenders to deal with in Critch and Hanlon. Henman down to Arthur. They kept the goal-scoring line out for that point as Arthur had a couple of whiffs at it in front. And they get it to Meyer. Meyer looks to dump and chase.
Nothing ever comes down to consequence of cost, tell me, well, the stars align. Whatever's there. got holes in my heart, I hang my dreams on. We got holes in your jeans and bend your knees on. Pray you don't ever lose it till you leave on. Baby, you don't shine like you got me forever like a tattoo. The world will crumble. Shake the cake.